It goes through next door. Oh, you are joking.
That come open with a bit of force, that, didn't it?
I can't believe that.
This door opening by itself.
Hi, I'm Richard Felix, and I am the owner, I think proud owner, of Derby Gaol. It's nearly unique because it's a jail, it's not a prison. And the difference between a jail and a prison is that you are only kept in jail until the trial, and then if you were found guilty, punished. And unlike most prisons up and down the country, this has got its original features, its original stonework, its original doors full of graffiti from the prisoners. Whereas what happened when we eventually built prisons, what we did was knock down the old county jails and built a new prison. But this didn't happen because we built a new prison up the road, and this remained here until it became upstairs, became houses. But they preserved the dungeons, which we're in now, as the cellars for the houses. And so it's pretty unique, to say the least. And it was a place of terror, torment, pain, anguish and death. When it opened in 1756, there was no segregation in the cells. Old and young, male and female, tried or untried, sane or insane, in the same cells. I mean, I cannot imagine. Well, you'd be murdered for the coat off your back if you got a better coat in this place. And then eventually, around 1820, when this was bursting at the seams, there were 6 prisoners in each cell for 23 hours a day with a bucket, and only let out for exercise just for 1 hour. I cannot imagine what must have gone on in here, the horrors that went on. 56 people hanged from this place, and I cannot imagine again how many suicides would have taken place in here, and also how many murders would have taken place in here. Because the fascinating thing about it is that during the daytime you were allowed out of your cells, and you had knives. Because proof of that, I'll show you in a bit, is on the doors. Because the prisoners, the inmates, scratched their last messages, their initials, and witch marks all over the doors. And you'll see in a bit that the depth of the cuts, these are solid oak doors. The only way you could do this is with a knife. So they were out of the cells with a knife, wandering around, and there was a bar here. The jailer ran what was called a tap, and he sold beer, wine and gin to the prisoners who were allowed out of the cells in the daytime with knives. It really doesn't bear thinking about what on earth must have gone on in this place, hence the fact it's haunted. And I have this phrase that I use, and I hope you guys tonight will reflect this. I always say, nobody leaves Derby Gaol disappointed. Because, as I say, I've seen a ghost in here at 3:20 on a Friday afternoon in broad daylight. I've had the most incredible incident in here, unfortunately on Halloween 2 years ago, where my whiskey glass travelled across the table and threw itself onto the floor. And again, I've ticked I'm the bloke that ticks all the normal boxes before even remotely considering the very small chance that it could be paranormal. So it's a great place. It's as good as anywhere that you'll get, I think, as regards hauntings. People have seen a guy sitting in a red coat in this corner here where the light is on frequent occasions. This used to be a nightclub, very seedy nightclub, and the ghost stories abound then. And before that, it was, well, when I say cellars of the houses up above, there were also living quarters down here, and I've had people that have come here that this used to be Grandma's house, and their sister would sleep in one of the cells here, and had seen a figure walk through the cell wall into the next cell. So it's it's not just, how can I put this, since Richard Felix took it over that the ghost stories have started. It's got ghost stories that go back years and years. And not only that, but the big one for me is, I mentioned earlier, the witch marks, which I'll take you around and show you in a few minutes. Those witch marks weren't to stop witches coming in. They were to stop evil spirits coming in. They were frightened of ghosts in this building when they were imprisoned here from 1756 to approximately 1840. And it's proof that the ghosts were here. They're called apotropaic marks, and it's Greek for keep out. So in other words, they were putting marks on the doors here to stop evil spirits coming in to get them in the cells. They were frightened of ghosts here while they were in prison. So I think it'd be a good idea if I take you on a little tour. Right, well, before we go, I mean, the room that I'm in, this was called the association room. And basically, the night before your execution, or day before your execution, your family would be allowed to come in here to say goodbye. So they'd be sat in here waiting, and you'd be brought out in your chains from the condemned cell and brought in here to say goodbye to your mum, your dad, your wife, your kids, your friends. They'd all be in here to say goodbye. So EVP, there's only one word, isn't there, really, in here? Goodbye or adieu. And then it doubled up the following morning for the hangman's breakfast. And the dignitaries that were attending the public execution, because all executions in this country were public until 1868, the mayor, the magistrate, they'd all be in here having a hangman's breakfast of devilled kidneys and bacon. And then you'd be brought out the condemned cell and paraded in front of them in here before they took you out and publicly strangled you to death. Quite horrendous when you think about it, what went on. So let's go outside and let's have a look in the corridor. Shut the door. All original doors. I'll do the doors in a bit. This is basically the central corridor. And this is only a tiny bit. It's 3 times as long as this. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking.
So to describe this non-paranormal event, I thought I'd better not look directly into the camera because that's what all the cool kids do. So as you can see, when Richard slammed the door, that in turn caused the other interior door to open. The latch obviously wasn't on properly. Now, how many people would have claimed that as paranormal and not requested the CCTV footage? Because you could see Richard was excited, I was excited, Mark and Paul were excited. But the truth is the truth, and we're never ever going to put out anything and not say exactly what it is. So you're going to see a fair few minutes of us being really excited and trying to debunk Obviously, we didn't have access to the CCTV at the time on the night, but afterwards it was provided. But this also shows that Ghosts on Trent won't hide anything, because once they've got it, they're obviously disappointed, but included in their video. I've done the same. And Derby Gaol themselves sending us the footage, knowing it debunks what we thought was an experience. This is how it's meant to be done. If you can't work it out at the time, go back through any and all available footage. And as disappointing as it is that this wasn't anything paranormal, and we didn't say it was, we thought it was interesting, but at least it's the truth.
Did you get that?
You are joking, aren't you?
You've got that.
I hope you've got that. Guy, listen, everybody. This ain't Most Haunted, guys. This is fucking real. I'm telling you. I cannot. Doors open and close. I've never seen one. I've never seen one do that before. And there's no window in there. There's no draft.
I don't know if I got that.
Oh, come on. Surely one of you've got it. Yeah, there's nothing in there. There's no window. There's only the grave of the only policeman ever murdered in Derbyshire.
That come open with a bit of force, that, didn't it?
I heard something bang. And I looked at you and yelled.
Oh, come on, guys.
I don't know if I got that, but I must have got it.
Mate, I hope so.
I can't believe that.
Would you have got it, Dale? Were you pointing that way?
I was filming Richard.
Dale, how long have we been in this building?
Hours now. We've been in here since 7.
And that's
7:10. No, that hasn't moved.
opened or closed or anything else.
And we haven't been through here. We haven't been in and out of here. Have you ever had that happen before, Richard?
Not this door. This door opens itself. And this is to one of the cells. But no, that it's never done that before. Ever.
Have either of you two been in there?
No, mate. No.
I literally thought
That
this
was
the-
absolutely
I thought that was-
unbelievable.
I heard go. Did you?
I think I heard that.
I mean, well, you see, the thing is, it's always like it's always latched. I mean, hang on a minute. It doesn't make much noise.
I heard it.
If I, that's you know,
Yeah, it wasn't
but it will open quite without making a lot of noise. But look, and we've been in here ages and ages. Hang on.
That's what I heard.
There.
That's exactly what I heard.
See, I didn't hear anything. I just seen the door
I
open.
heard a knock,
That's what I heard. A click.
and I couldn't work out where it was coming from. I'm filming Richard and looking down my viewfinder, and then I saw your mouth open, and then I heard like another knock. But I think the door actually hit the brick wall. Or
I
something.
literally thought someone had walked in.
You might as well go home now, guys. That's it.
Locked.
There is no possibility. There's no draft whatsoever, right? It's a corridor, but there's no window.
No, it's
It's black. It's you can't.
If that was going to be opened by a draft or wind, you'd feel the wind now.
Yeah, you would, but it's not. But the only other thing I'm thinking is no, this door's closed.
yeah. I was gonna
Because
say,
you see, that's the door. That's the door where the wind could come down, and yes, could have come down there. Could have gone through this aperture here.
and blown it.
But guys, the door's closed.
Yeah.
Let's also take into account that this is the hottest day in April we've ever had.
There's no wind.
No wind. No. It's 29 degrees out there when we came in here. Probably down to the early 20s now.
Yeah.
And that hasn't moved when I had the door open
You've been in
here.
here. How long have you been in here doing that interview?
I've been in here since 10 past 20 past 7.
It was just as I made a comment
Just
about the
you've been in
doors.
there having coffee.
about the doors. Oh, jeez.
You've been in there having coffee, haven't you?
But I've had this. Is this the door that goes out the back?
No, it's the next one. But you see, that one, that would have blown the door shut, not open.
There's no wind.
But that door's
And that door's closed.
That door's been open, and the front door has been open,
No
which
wind.
would create a vacuum.
Why didn't it do it
and
now?
they're closed now, and that door is open when it didn't do it.
There's no wind. It's impossible. We were in there having a coffee. Went into there, did an interview, come back. Richard stood there, and it's opened.
Oh boy. So, central corridor, doors are original. That's from 1756.
You said that, it's open.
Or that's when it happened. Yeah. And all over the doors is graffiti from the prisoners. We'll show you the cells. These are because again, you see, I always say, you know about some, like I said earlier, how many prison cells do you want to go in? Well, and imagine in 1820, 6 prisoners in one of those cells, 23 hours a day, with a bucket. Horrendous. And this one, the notorious condemned cell, where you spent your last night on this planet before execution. Oh, good evening, love. No window, no light can enter in this room at all. And this is the room. This is the bed where the cross moved. Almost haunted with the original cross. And this is actually the funny thing about this. This is an original prison cot, which I bought from a sale room in Derby. And then, talking witch marks, and graffiti. And again, you see, this is the outside. This means they were in the corridor with knives. And when I took this place over, I couldn't understand why there were so many Williams. Because there's what I thought were W's all over the place. But they're not. They're witch marks. These are not W's, they're double V's. There was no such thing as a W or a U in the alphabet. It was a V and a double V. And it means Virgin of Virgins, which was Mary, Mother of Jesus. And all over them, double V's. Also, this is another one. This is called a daisy wheel. And it's a circle with petals. You can only just detect the petals still on it. And a double whammy, just to make sure, a double V over the top of it. And then all over again, circles. Done with a compass. See that there's a dot in the middle. How? And a circle was to attract evil spirits into it. Because you see, in those days, they believed that evil spirits were stupid. And if an evil spirit got into a circle, there's no corners for it to hide. This is rubbish. But what I'm trying to get through to you guys is, this was what they believed. This is what was in their psyche at the time, and this is what they were terrified of. And if you want to see a really decent double V,
oh wow,
witch marks. But all over the doors, same thing, double V's. Look, double V, double V, double V, double V, double V. Double V, double V, double V. This is the corridor, by the way, that led to the gallows. This is where your evil spirits were coming in. But not only do we have witch marks, double V's, and the handprints of the prisoners. There's about 9. But they're left handprints. Okay, easy, yeah. Pretty obvious, you know, put your left hand on the door, get your knife, scratch round it with your right hand because it's easier, and then you put your initials inside and the date. But no, they're left hand prints for a reason, because the left hand was the sinister hand. Sinistra is the Latin for left, and if you were accused of witchcraft in those days, they were looking for the devil's mark, and if you got a wart or then that was the devil's mark. But if they couldn't find that, if you were left-handed, that was the devil's mark again, and you could be accused, you could be hanged for witchcraft. Sinister hand. So the sinister hand, you'll still see it on some building sites. Keep out. And it means evil spirits, ghosts, keep out. I mean, wow. I mean, tell you, this place is ain't very big, but it's got a pedigree second to none. It really has. And this door, there's a very good story to go with it. 23 years ago, when I took this building over, this wasn't here. This had gone down the side of a skip when the builders came in and turned this place into a nightclub. And a guy pulled it out the skip and took it home with him. And just after COVID, I got a phone call from the guy's sister-in-law. Would you like a door from Derby Gaol? He died 3 months earlier, and they found him dead, obviously, and the door was still in his living room. And I got it back. But the thing that was so fascinating about it is that name up there, W. Buxton. Derbyshire's Dick Turpin. Famous highwayman from Derbyshire, who was hanged here in 1780. He'd already been sentenced to hang in London at the Old Bailey and escaped. And while he was in his condemned cell down there, a lady of ill repute, to whom he was intimate, smuggled in a pickaxe and a saw. He sawed his way through his chains and was caught digging his way out of the jail with the pickaxe. Was double chained. And they hanged him in 1780, and his wife turned up, dressed in black with a mourning coach, and took him back and buried him in Derbyshire. And I am convinced that William Buxton's ghost is still around this place to this day. There's a book there for me to write one day. That's his confession. That's the stuff he did. Tell you, Dick Turpin. Well, Derbyshire's Dick Turpin. So this place has got a lot to offer. Quite a few spirits, and it's pretty obvious there's one waiting for you in that corridor, guys.
Where did you see your...
Oh, yes, here. Oh. I was in the kitchen on the phone talking to a guy.
Whoa. It's gone again.
Doors open again.
Oh, come off it, guys.
See, now that
That-
could be caused by that.
That was the door.
in there.
That was the door that did that. Because I no, that, yeah.
That time is probably a draft or a vacuum effect. The time before
Ready?
that door didn't open. There it goes.
Fair enough.
That time.
Yeah,
the first
not a
time
problem.
you opened that door.
We were down there. Oh, yeah, ghost. Yeah, in this corridor, 3:20 Friday afternoon. I'm in there on the phone, looking through this cutout window here. There's a cutout there. This wasn't here, and so it's open. And I'm there as this figure glided down this corridor past me. I'm full on, no corner of the eye. I was looking straight out here. It was grey. It was, oh God, it was so distinctly grey. It was a grey, hazy shape of a person. It wasn't male, it wasn't female, it wasn't clothed. But the haze was so dense I couldn't see through it. I sensed it as well as seeing it. And I must have seen it for 5 seconds as it came past this window, slowly. And when it got to here, of course I couldn't see it anymore. So I stuck my head round the counter, expecting, although it was a strange looking person, I expected someone to be stood here. And I just looked round the corner and said, "Excuse me!" Someone's come in, we're not open, but nobody there. Nobody there. And I've ticked every normal box there is, because that's what I do. Was it a foggy day? It was November, Was it a piece of person-shaped fog that glided down the corridor? I don't think so. Had I got the kettle on? Was it steam from the kettle? No, I hadn't got the kettle on. Had I got the fire burning? Was it smoke? No, the fire wasn't on. Was it the dishwasher? Was the steam cup? No, there was no dishwasher on. And the last one, what about infrasound? Yeah, it's a corridor. And yes, it can cause nauseous sensations and fear factor, but I don't know whether it actually makes you see something. But my mate, Steve Parsons from Parascience, he has a machine that tests infrasound. He's had it in this corridor. No infrasound. So I've got one explanation. I saw a ghost at 3:20 on a Friday afternoon in Derby Gaol. So there.
Tonight has started off really
Nuts.
impressive, to be fair.
Nuts, right?
Yeah.
It's gone with a
Strange.
bit of a bang, to be fair.
It has.
Certainly has,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
Weird
Weird
feeling.
I'll tell you what, I've got a feeling like Dale had, somebody watching you.
Yeah, yeah.
As though somebody here with you.
Yeah.
It's dead strange, honest.
We've had the door incident.
At the door.
We don't know if it was paranormal, we can't say, but it was very interesting.
Well, what else was it? It hasn't moved
Yeah.
now, has it?
No.
You know what I mean? And then we've just had a whistle playing.
Yeah, we have heard a whistle.
We've
What
had...
we think was a whistle.
That was it.
And then we had a...
I don't know if I've got that on the back. And then I was in that room down there. Paul was out here. Mark was up there. And it sounded like some a child or a woman.
Yeah, it did.
And was it a child hung? Did Richard say a child?
There would have been
A ghost of a child?
Yeah.
I'm sure he said it was a ghost of a child, did he?
I should...
Did you hear that?
There was a...
Again? This is the bike. It isn't a fly, is it?
I haven't seen it fly.
That was definitely like that again.
Spirits.
Are you with us? Are you here?
We're going to introduce ourselves to you. My name's Paul.
My name's Mark.
And my name's Dale.
I'm just wondering if that was you who opened the door. Could you do it again for us, please? I'm going to talk slower so that you understand us. Now, could you do something else for us, please? Make some kind of noise if you can see it. What was that? Did you just hear her?
I didn't hear that then.
We're hearing strange noises. Could you make them a bit clearer for us, please? If you're trying to communicate with us.
What the fuck? Oh, there's nothing that way.
Can you sort of beeping?
Nothing on in there, is it?
That's the fridge. That was like a perfect tap. I wanted to click.
I wonder if it's the fridge kicking on then.
Could have been.
There's two fridges there.
Oh, is it?
That was me kicking the bin.
Yeah, it's
Could have
quite
been
possible.
possibly the fridge,
Good old
cooler.
fridge click. We're used to them now, aren't we, Mark,
Yeah.
after doing the bar?
Oh, yeah.
The good old globe and Tunstall.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
Loads of clicks behind that bar, wasn't
That's
Loads
the-
of spirits as
that's
well.
the thing with the bar.
That's what it
Fridges,
was, it'd be that.
bottles of pop. I mean, nobody's had anything
it?
soft
These can
drinks.
expand and stuff, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's boiling upstairs and then quite
Exactly.
cool down here, so...
Yeah.
But
I'm more impressed with these weird
Mm.
humming noises we
Yeah.
get in than clicks and
Yeah.
bangs and taps. There's
could be anything, couldn't it?
And a door moving. That's far more.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. How it should be done. Hear a noise, go towards it and work out what it is, even if it shows that it's nothing paranormal. Instead of just shouting ghost.
So, you will hear the odd click, guys. It's just the IR cameras kicking in. They are motion censored, so they go off and come back on again. Now, since we've been here, we have heard a few odd noises that we can't explain. We can't pinpoint where they're coming from. One sounded like a young female murmur, would you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah,
Dave?
definitely, 100%.
Female hum.
Yeah.
Like a,
Yeah. And just down there, we heard what sounded like a whistle. A very, very faint whistle, wasn't it?
yeah.
Well, there's clicks everywhere
Yeah.
now. It's all clicking off.
I thought he was the one with the shit jokes.
yeah.
It's all clicking off,
now.
Mark.
Yeah, it really is clicking off now.
Oh
Brilliant.
dear.
How
That
about you?
was terrible, that.
Yeah, they're good.
I mean, we can dismiss clicks and
Yeah.
bangs and
Didn't know
stuff.
what it is, don't they?
There are people obviously living above as well,
Yeah.
so those footsteps. But that's down to the teams. We're honest. We'll call out if there's a bang and it sounds like it's coming from upstairs. That's where it's coming from. But what's more appealing to me is that these random. There's somebody at the top.
Is there somebody at the top?
Somebody on the
That
stage.
sounds like something you know.
Yeah, somebody up on the road. You can hear a couple talking. Things we're all quite on edge.
I've been on edge since I've been here.
Yeah.
And a weird sensation, weird feeling.
Yeah, it's obviously I came in first with Richard early on, and I don't get freaked out. I don't get feelings. I don't claim to be a medium or something. And I just had this feeling that I was being watched. Maybe it's because there's cameras in literally every corner. I don't know. But then when Mark came in, Mark looked at me and he was like, "I don't like it in here. It feels different, like to last time. It feels like there's something watching." And then when that door opened, I mean, we've tried to recreate that. You can recreate it by causing a vacuum with this door that's behind Mark. But that door didn't move. And we've been in and out to have a smoke break. And we've been pulling and opening doors, going into the kitchen, opening these to do
Well,
B-roll.
we've
And it hasn't moved.
just been in there and opening and shutting doors and telling me
Yeah.
there, has it?
No.
You know
It's
what I mean?
interesting, very interesting. And the place looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's very atmospheric, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, how did you say that weird?
I just about said it. I nearly slipped up. Yeah, it is. Spirits? Are you here? We'd love to meet you.
There's somebody walking past and talking.
Yeah.
That's my stomach.
If you could make a noise in one of these cells, slam a door, open a door, that'd be great.
Right.
Yeah, somebody stood by that wall at the top, I think.
They've got to be, haven't they?
Should we shut this door, see if we make any drown any of the noise?
Yeah, see if it'll drown some noise
Right,
out,
do.
mate.
Now that door should open now.
Not this time.
No.
See what I mean about that? So
Weird, isn't it?
Not enough of a pull, because when Richard
yeah,
opened that
when he
door
did,
earlier-
Richard went like that, didn't he?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
And then he shut it.
It's when you really...
Now, nobody was doing that
No.
when he opened before, did he? Really?
No, we were all up there
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
mean, it wasn't an investigation at that point. It was an interview with Richard.
Yeah. And Richard mentioned about doors opening, didn't he?
Yeah.
Weird.
And like
Strange.
I
Strange.
mean, how excited was Richard because he's never seen that before.
No, exactly, yeah.
Great stuff.
I mean, we all love a...
All of a door.
We all love a haunted door, don't we? Seen many haunted doors, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's nice to see one in person. It's nice
Yeah,
to see one in person.
it's nice to be stood there watching it happen instead of on a video
Yeah.
without balancing latches.
I was going to say, it's nice to know that there was no manipulation going on as well with the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have it. A haunted door.
Yeah, I mean, Richard got excited, and then I was quite impressed with him. Like, right, let me see if I can recreate this. I don't know if it's because I'm here, he watches,
Yeah.
or whether he, for himself, just
Yeah.
wants to say, right, let me rule out the normal.
Exactly.
It was a cool moment, that.
It
and,
was.
Seeing Richard that excited. Well, all of us. Your jaw hit the floor.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was a person coming in.
Yeah.
I'd just seen it at the corner of my eye, just like a black fucking big thing.
And Mark looked terrified, but I don't think it's because of the door moving. I think Mark looked terrified because he didn't know if he'd called it on camera. Because we were all looking at Richard.
You're looking at me, right, Pricey?
Yeah.
That shudder then. Fuck.
You would have been blamed for that.
Yeah.
You would, Mark. You would have been...
I'd have been thrown in the condemned cell, wouldn't I?
Oh, definitely all week.
Yeah.
Not just the night, mate. A week.
If you've been trying to get our attention by whistling or humming, could you whistle or hum again for us, please?
That was that.
That was that.
Blick. Do you think it's something in there? It's got to be something in there, hasn't it? It's,
I bet it's a sink.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it's a tap dripping
I
in
bet
the
it
sink.
is, yeah. It does sound like a natural...
More of a plink. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's water hitting something in there.
Yeah, like... Ding.
At least that explains what you heard earlier, then.
Yeah.
Could you make a noise to show us where you are if you were with us? Any kind of noise? Could you copy me?
What if we call out to William Buxton? Richard seems to believe that William Buxton is still here. If you're here, William, maybe you were innocent, or maybe you were just a wrong 'un. Could you show us that you're here, please? That's a voice outside again.
Getting that time of night, isn't it?
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
Well, here's one for you. The debtors. Somebody was hung for a £10 debt. I used to be a bailiff. Criminal debtors are what I used to deal with. I bet you really dislike me. Come and show me how much you dislike me. Well, I don't think some hardened criminals are scared of us three. Okay, so people that were hanged here. Jeremiah Brandreth. Are you here?
That was a tap.
I thought it was my camera that time, but that, we haven't hit that before.
That was there.
Like a creek, wasn't it?
Isaac Ludlam. William Turner. Were any of you innocent?
That light go
What
weird.
was that flash then?
Did you feel, was that my light? It wasn't, was it?
And my back was to
I
it.
think it was, yeah.
My light?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't my light. God, that wasn't my light. That felt, the light went dim then, didn't it?
I saw
A flash?
flash
Yeah,
or
yeah.
pulse of light.
Yeah, yeah. That's my stomach.
Have you just...
That wasn't my light bulb.
That's strange, that, man.
Yeah, that wasn't your light dimming. That was it.
Flash?
Just...
There was a pulse of. I couldn't see where it came from
Yeah.
because I was looking at that. This is a strange, strange place.
Mm.
Wonder what that was.
It wasn't one of these lights flickering, was it?
Well, no, because it
There's
did.
one out here.
All that side out.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It was as though it was in front of your face. It wasn't.
So
The,
I just seen it.
yeah, it wasn't these. It wasn't
I saw
these.
I saw the corner of my eye. It was almost like somebody taking a photo.
Yeah, yeah, like a flash.
Flash going off.
Because it was definitely wasn't these lights. You'd have seen the lights go. I thought that's why I said, is it my light going like that?
Yeah.
Wasn't.
Well, we'll see when we edit it.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it pulse.
Off my light.
Yeah. But that shouldn't be doing that because
Yeah.
it's fully charged and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
never does that. Well, I've just been tapping it. We can try again.
I know for a fact it wasn't one of these lights. I know that for a fact.
Yes, it
That's
wasn't.
why I said, is that my light?
Is that on full setting now? Is that as bright as it goes?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it is, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
how
it's
is it
like
pulsed brighter than it can possibly go?
Don't know.
Can't it? You've got to go dimmer, hasn't it? So you,
Yeah.
if it went dim, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a rotated...
That was
Same
nothing.
as what I've got on the back there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. It was too quick. It was like a flash, like.
Yeah, it was.
And it's definitely not one of these
That's weird, that.
because it got brighter. It didn't go dimmer.
Yeah.
Or
Is it
did
one
that
of
bulb
those?
just flicker in there?
Is that
Has
it?
that just died?
See, there's one out here as well.
I don't know. You
So
know,
I'm wondering if that could have died.
I don't know.
Because the rest are on here, see.
The trouble is with that flash. Then it
Well, it
was.
wouldn't have been that one because I saw it this side.
You saw it. It was here. It was in the middle here.
Yeah.
It was so bright as well, wasn't
Yeah.
It's really
It's got-
bright. And they are not bright.
No, because it was like a flash.
it? Yeah.
Like a flash. Somebody took a photograph. Like
Yeah, it was.
strange that was. I'll tell you that now.
Are you flashing at us?
Sounds good.
Full of tricks tonight, aren't
Yeah, whistling at us, flashing at us.
If you are, could you do it again, please? If you're trying to take the energy from our equipment, these cameras, these lights, you can do so by all means. Take what you need.
That's that fridge.
Just weird. It's like for everything we debunk, there's something happens not long after
Yeah.
where we just left scratching our heads.
Yeah, that was definitely not one of them lights because it went bright. It didn't go
Yeah.
dimmer.
See, and it was like...
In between here. That's why I said about my light. I said, was
Yeah,
it my light?
yeah.
Because I thought my light had gone flickered.
It's never done that.
It's never done that.
Now, that was a bright,
Really
pulse
bright.
of flash of light. That
Now they say spirits come in light, forms of light, don't they?
Yeah.
So they say.
It'll be interesting because there's CCTV
Yeah.
There, facing all the way down here, I think. So.
And don't forget, I've got my camera like this, so if it was that light going, you'd see it go.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you? But I know for a fact it wasn't one of them lights. It was, well, I know it wasn't. Honestly, so it was a flash, definitely like a camera, like an old Polaroid camera. Can you remember the old Polaroid cameras with the flash?
Yeah.
It's happened so quick.
Strange.
Could you do that again for us, please? Could you make one of the lights flicker? Could you knock? We're all feeling a bit strange. We've got a weird feeling. Is it you who's making us feel this way? Whistle. I'm going to knock again. Was that you?
No, it's that.
What was it? That was after that though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might just take a while to settle. It's that hinge there. So. Huge.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same noise.
Was it?
Yeah. It won't. Cool. I think we should go lights out. What do you think, Dale?
Yeah. I mean, we've had so much in the light, which, I mean, so we should. Something that's just entered my head, before anyone says a headlight, we're under ground level.
Yeah.
There's no windows that look into the outside. There are grates outside, but you look sort of out the window and up, and you're looking up at the underneath of the pavement, so
Yeah.
I can't see that flash being. But most of the doors are closed.
The doors are closed.
It's not a light off the street that's somehow bounced.
No.
down
That
here.
flash.
That was bizarre.
That flash was bright and it should look like the old Polaroid camera when you used to flash it.
Yeah.
And it happened too fast for one of these lights to go out. The light to flicker. This just went. Didn't it?
I heard that. Again then. From my right. Just looking to see if there's anything naturally that could squeak. It's always around this area. I mean,
Do you know what it sounded like? Like a door creaking again. That's the same sound as what I heard when, like a door creaking.
I was looking that way then, my guts went. I'm on edge a bit.
Yeah, I really am on edge, honestly. I swear to you, and I mean, I feel on edge.
I mean, the last
I
time...
hate to see something like this, but almost like something's playing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just out of your vision, and then these little noises, and then you move
Don't
from
forget-
one end, and then it happens at another end. And
Yeah.
Don't forget they were all criminals, weren't they? So they're going to play
Yeah.
games with you. I'd have thought they would have done. I would have done anyway. I'd have been playing games with you now.
Yeah.
Well, this is the room, Mark.
Well, you had the hood.
I was stood in this very position here, and it was as though my hood was being pulled down. And I didn't react straight away because I thought it was just a natural... Do you know when you're wearing a hoodie like this, and let's say it's naturally falling down slowly? That's what I thought it was at the time. But it just got more and more and more, and the longer it went on for, I had to move, and I was like, what's going on here? And there was a weird sensation in my neck. It was the very first time we came here. Strange, really strange.
That's stuck with you as well, that hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah. That was the best experience I've ever had at Derby Gaol. Could you pull Dale's t-shirt? This is Dale here.
With you being criminals and me being an ex-bailiff.
I've just heard a bump.
Yeah, I heard it.
Did you?
Did you hear that big bump then? Could have been a car door, couldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's upstairs.
It's upstairs, is it?
Surely with me being an ex-bailiff and you being criminals, you'd love to put something around my neck. Make me feel how you felt. Is that your stomach?
That was my stomach. The more I'm trying,
Thinking, the more it goes.
the more I say, no, you don't do it, he goes, whoa, who are you do it? Blah, 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 blah.
George Batty, the last person to be hanged outside this jail for rape. You can't see that on YouTube video, can you?
No, I don't think you can.
No.
George Batty, you were hung in 1825. You were the last person hanged outside this prison. What you did is absolutely disgusting. You got anything to say for yourself? What about Hannah Haley? Murder of your own child. Is it your own child? Yeah. Of your own infant child. Have you got something to say? Are you sorry? What about Brown, Booth, Jackson and King that were hung for setting fire to a haystack? You must feel angry that something so silly got your lives taken from you. That's mind-blowing, that.
Crazy, isn't it? To think.
Set fire to a haystack and...
God, the grass fires I used to when I was younger.
You seem the type, Mark.
Yeah.
It's,
Loads of them.
it's madness, isn't it? Capital punishment back then.
Yeah.
You think
You'll
of
bring
what...
it back for what
yeah.
people do.
I mean...
I totally agree with this as well.
Now, capital punishment, I think it should be brought back
Yeah.
for the right
100%.
reasons. Obviously, we've got DNA testing now, so we can fathom whether they actually did the crime or not. If you've been caught by DNA evidence,
It's like,
Capital
what do you think
punishment.
about this? Like these murderers, they know for a
Yeah.
fact they've done it.
Yeah.
They've got full evidence. That's when they should bring back
Yeah,
the
it is.
hanging and say, right, you know,
there it is.
a life for a life, and that
Yeah.
with me, 100%.
I mean,
Definitely.
And then this is just the complete opposite end of that spectrum. stealing a horse or stealing a sheep is as bad as poisoning two people, forgery, burglary. I mean, burglary and forgery got you murdered. Fight the haystacks. That just... Wow.
So, we've come into the visitors' family room, would you call it? There's probably a better name for it. All three of us are in here. We have left a camera on the infamous cross on the piece of paper. Be great if we can see that move. We've actually got it in full frame as well, Dale.
Unlike most haunted.
Unlike most haunted, yeah. So you can actually see the entire room pretty much.
Got a static camera in the hallway as well.
Yeah.
What should I say? Is there anybody here with us? It's a so-called family room. Could you make some kind of noise for us, please?
That was my stomach.
You're starting now, mate.
There's a cross or a crucifix on a piece of paper inside the condemned cell. Would it be possible for you to move that cross?
It wasn't mine. Was it yours? Oh, yeah.
That is now. If you're still here with us, we've had a whistle, we've had a hum, we've had the door open on us, and we've had a bright flash. Now, if this was anything to do with you, do something different. Do something that we know you're here.
We'd love to hear your footsteps.
Or your voice, or better still, show yourself. That's if you do exist in here.
Or slam that door on us.
That'd be amazing if you could do that.
Imagine. Just slam.
Wow, that'd be
How incredible it would be.
Oh yeah.
There'd be an awful smell in here if that happened.
He ain't wrong. Did you say goodbye to your loved ones in this room? Imagine this is a room, if feelings can scorch a room. Maybe this would be it. The last time your loved ones see you before you hung from the neck. Were any of you innocent? If you're innocent, could you give 3 loud knocks like this, please? Just for the camera, if my mic picked that up, that was my shoulder cracking, not a knock. Is it pointless asking for knocks when that's not what we've been getting?
That's true. Could you whistle?
Could you hum? Hmm. Could you slowly open that door again so when we come out of this room, it'll be nice and wide open for us? If that makes sense. Open the door again. I've got that feeling again out of here. Weird feeling, honest. So I'm waiting for something to happen. Go bang! Like that kind of feeling.
Do you lift your arm then, Mark? When you said bang, did you lift your left arm? I wasn't looking at my camera. I think it may have been your arm. I just saw a shadow in front of that door, but we were all looking at... Oh, yeah, that's it.
I didn't go that high, did I?
I don't know. When you said bang, I don't know if you moved your arm.
Bang.
There's something to check on.
Could have been me. Couldn't have been.
Yeah, I didn't see it on camera. I saw it in my eyes. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking peeking figures and stuff. I'll be strung up. Poor choice of words.
Could you come and walk past that door, please?
Hopefully, when we come out of this room, one of the cell doors will be open. It'd be better if you could just slam them open so we can hear it.
Something that was said to me by Richard last week was, he said he hopes that the ghosts play up for us. Do you want to come and play up for us? You seem a bit mischievous.
Do you want to play a game? Would you like a cigarette? Paul's got some cigarettes on him.
It's tobacco. Only the cheap stuff.
Would you like a cigarette? A fag?
A bottle of beer. Here. Come and take it. It's all yours.
That was upstairs, was it?
Yeah, there was a door closing upstairs. It shocked the building, that did.
Didn't it?
You can take this bottle, or there's a cup at the end of the table. Take either one of those. You're more than welcome.
Now, Richard, on Halloween night, had his glass move. Could you move one of them bottles? Could you move the cup? Could you do that for us? You did it for Richard, and there's a load of people in here who saw that as well. You've already opened the door for us, so could you please move something in this room?
Siren.
Yeah. Typical. It's as though it comes in waves here, doesn't it? It's mad, isn't it? And it's just suddenly stopped, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, now it feels like everywhere else we go.
Yeah, it does.
I'm feeling a bit calmer now, I am.
I'll tell you something else that's weird as well. This could just be some sort of effect that... Because we've said this before, Mark. So... Now that the lights are off, I don't feel like anything. I feel fine, to be fair. When the lights were on,
Felt weird.
it felt more strange.
Yeah,
A
so
bit of an atmosphere, like.
yeah.
Yeah, almost like this place is creepier with the lights on.
Exactly. Exactly that, yeah. And all the candles lit.
That's what I just said. I just feel all right now.
Yeah.
I don't. Is that because if there is a
It
spirit,
sets
it's
the
gone?
mood, doesn't it?
Or is it because this place would never have been in total darkness? They would have had lights on
Would have had lights,
to make sure people weren't
candle lights.
escaping.
Yeah.
They'd had oil lights, wouldn't they? Flames, I suppose, back in the days, wouldn't they? Would
More
they?
candles.
Can't you? Something like oil, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And they'd be burning, same as Dale says. Probably not. I don't know.
Do you not like the dark?
Seems as though we go in the dark, they must go sleep. It's not lights out to go to sleep, you know.
It's lights out to come awake.
You can try and make your escape in the dark. All you've got to do is open the cell door.
If you're here, is it William Buxton?
Yeah.
If you're here, William Buxton, you tried to escape, didn't you? If there is anybody watching us, could you do something, please? That's if you can understand my accent. Obviously, you spoke a lot different than me. Just come into this room to us. Or again, open one of the cell doors. I've just seen. That's got in my eyes, that has. It looked like, do you remember on about oil lamps? It looked like a flicker. Dead weird that was. Must be my eyes.
Old age kicking in. You are over 60 now, Mark.
I know I am, mate. Stand, come here, Paul. Look at that down there, that, where the crack is. If you stand here, it looks as though it's like flickering. Dead weird that was.
Can't see. From
Down here.
Right, when am I going?
This table is on a wonk.
I'm going to whistle again. Could you copy me? Could you whistle one of your favourite tunes to me?
But it's weird that, like, the door earlier, that was strange, very strange, and it was when we weren't actively investigating.
No. Chatting.
It's when Richard was just telling us about the building, and he mentioned the doors, but not that the doors are known to open on their own, and then obviously we've seen that happen. So is it because we're actively investigating, they just don't want to know? But then the whistle and the flash and stuff earlier.
And that bit of a home twice.
Yeah.
Are you going to come out? You're going to come and join me? My name's Mark.
My name's Dale.
My name's Paul.
Are you going to join us three?
Is the executioner here? Are any of the people that were hung here still in this building? If so, then please make your presence known. Walk towards my voice. I think we should give it a go. Like,
Why don't we? Oh, mind you, yeah, go on.
so obviously it's small, so we can hear each other calling out. So we can take some turns calling out, but sit in a cell each.
Yeah.
Just to see if we get any feelings, any... Like, because I had that experience of...
The strangling.
Yeah, I'd love for one of you guys to have that same experience.
Now that feeling's suddenly come back now because I'm in a cell. Right.
So, I mean, pick your poison, guys. Where do you want to go?
Let's get the straw for the condemned one.
I'll pick that straw all day.
Yeah.
I'm not being thrown in the condemned cell. I had that last time.
I'll happily put myself in a condemned cell.
Are you going to be condemned cell?
Oh yeah.
Good stuff.
That's the one.
There's your camera then, mate. So obviously...
You're going to have to lock me in, you think, boys?
Yeah, there's a door keep opening. Yeah, I can lock it.
There's no handle on the inside.
Just shut it too, mate. It should do. No, it's not going thing, is it?
Okay, so my name is Dale. I am in the condemned man's cell, or the condemned cell. If there's somebody here that wants to speak to me, could you give me a sign, please? This would have been the last room you saw. How does that make you feel? I've got two other friends with me tonight. They're in other areas of this building. Could you grab one of us by the neck? Could you move something? Or whistle. Whistle your favourite song that you would have sung to pass the time. If you are wondering what this is, I've got a body cam. So when the camera's on my face, the body cam will be facing into the room and vice versa. Could you touch one of my friends, please? I'm in the condemned man's cell. Dead man walking.
Inside this room, please.
My name's Mark. Now I'm in the room where a friend of mine got his hood tugged. Now I was wondering if you could do that on me. Could you do the same to me what you did to my friend Paul. I'm in exactly the same spot where it happened. Could you do that to me, please? Also, my other two friends, one's in the what you call the condemned cell. Could you go in there to him? Could you pull his neck? Could you do something to him in there? Or to my other friend, which is at the top of the family room. He's there by himself. Could you do something to him? Do something to one of us, and then we really would believe that you walk this jail. Come on, we're all on his own in different rooms. Come to each one of us, pull my neck like you did to Paul. Go to my other friend in the condemned cell. And go to my other friend up the top, Paul. Please come and do something to each and every one of us.
Spirits, I'm now alone inside this room, and I'd love for you to do something for me. Make one of the glasses move. Move a chair, a table. Do anything that's possible. My two other friends are alone inside the building as well. Dale is in the condemned cell. And Mark is in another room. Could you do something for them, please? Can you show yourself to them? Touch them? Make a noise next to them? Just let us know that you're here.
So what if I told you that if you're a murderer, you got what you deserved? I'm in the last room that you saw before you died, and I'm telling you, you got what you deserved. Doesn't that make you angry? That was my stomach.
I just heard that in here.
I'd have assumed a hardened criminal would take a bit of issue with that. I'm alone in the dark. Come and get me.
seemed to have gone very, very quiet. That tells me you've gone.
Come on, prisoners, get up. Checking your cells for escapees. Stand by your doors.
Fucking hell, Paul.
Anything?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing at all, they've just said. You've gone very, very quiet.
Gone silent, haven't it?
Yeah, it's weird since we turned the lights off. It's
Twice. Idiot. Yeah, I don't feel... I mean, I've just pretty much locked myself in the dead man's or the condemned cell and was like, yeah, you deserved what you got, and I didn't feel like anything was going to get
I
me.
just feel normal now.
Yeah.
No feeling, no nervousness.
Yeah.
strange.
Strange how quick it changed.
Yeah.
It's since you turned the lights off.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's
You'd have thought turning the lights off, you'd be more...
make it more spookier and
Yeah.
you'd be on edge, but no, not in this case. Seems to have gone really flat.
Yeah.
I think the only spirits that are here now are the ones behind Richard's bar.
Well, we haven't heard that before, Bob.
We haven't heard that one before. We heard it in the Globe. We heard it, where else have we heard
I
it?
don't know, loads of places.
Loads of places.
Alright guys, so we've come to the end of the night. We've spent some time alone in the cells. We've tried calling out in the corridor, in the family room. It's gone very flat. But obviously I'm out with Ghosts on Trent. These guys ain't work colleagues, they're my mates. And what a night, eh?
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been really good.
To walk into a building and the three of us feel a bit off, like we're being watched, was unusual. That was cool, but then to see that door open, see Richard get so excited about it, and then the panic of, shit, did any of us capture it? Because we were watching Richard, and then Mark actually did capture it on camera. Trying to debunk it, trying to recreate it, and not be able to recreate it without a forcible draft from the next door. It was quite profound, really, considering we don't get stuff like that ever. It wasn't easily debunkable, and then these weird whistling sounds, weird humming sounds that haven't happened for the last 2 hours, maybe.
No.
Yeah.
A bright white pulse of light. There are bulbs that have gone in the ceiling. Maybe one of them is... That was upstairs, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, must be.
Or car doors. But yeah, the white pulse of light, hopefully the cameras will allow us to see where that was, because I had my body cam on my back of me, and my back, I saw at the corner of my eye, so maybe, hopefully the static cams have picked up anything. So please, obviously, go and check out Ghosts on Trent. You see me wearing the t-shirts. Love working with these guys. And a absolute massive shout out to Richard Felix. Approaching us because he wanted legitimate teams, people he trusts to come here. He asked me first of all, and then he said, you know, who do you trust? I was like, I want to bring Ghosts on Trent. And here we are. And I think we've had a fantastic experience and a fantastic night.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Go check these guys out, and we'll catch you soon. Much love to you all. Beardo and Porky there. Out.
Would you call the demon now, eh?
No idea.
No idea. Ah, yeah.
You've used that one before, haven't you? Yeah, you've used that one before.
What do you call a pig with a black belt? Pork chop.
No, you did that one before, did you?
Oh, you've got to witness it firsthand here, you know.
Oh dear.